It's important to know this video will show you how to convert U.S. customary units of measure to other U.S. customary units of measure. It's a very short example. Your book shows you several more examples. You can use the same method when you're converting U.S. customary to U.S. customary or U.S. customary to metric or vice versa. It's important to understand the number 1 before we begin. So let's just review about the number 1. You can multiply anything by 1 and the number stays the same. It keeps the same value. In a fraction, when the numerator, the top number, and the denominator, the bottom number, have the same value, the fraction is equal to 1. So 3 over 3 is equal to 1. 97 over 97 is equal to 1. And the equivalences between the units of length, which you need to know, and are in your book, give you ratios that are equal to 1. So for example, 12 inches is equal to 1 foot. So that gives us the ratio 12 inches over 1 foot. Since the numerator and the denominator have the same value, that's equal to 1. And 1 foot over 12 inches is equal to 1. 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. Gives us the ratios 3 feet to 1 yard, which is equal to 1. Again, the top number and the bottom number have the same value. And 1 yard to 3 feet is equal to 1. 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. That gives us the ratio 5,280 feet to 1 mile is equal to 1. And 1 mile to 5,280 feet is equal to 1. So we use one of those ratios when we do our conversion. Conversion rates that are equivalent to 1 are used to convert from one unit to another. So if I want to convert 14 feet to yards, I want to look at the equivalence between feet and yards. And I know that 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. You do not have to memorize any of those. They will all be given to you. So the conversion rates for that are 3 feet over 1 yard, or 1 yard over 3 feet. To determine which one to use, we look at what we are converting to, yards. That means that we want to use the conversion rate where the yards is in the numerator. So we're going to use 1 yard over 3 feet. We're going to take that times 14 feet to 1. We see that we can divide the feet out of the numerator and denominator because anytime we have the same thing in the numerator and denominator, it's equal to 1. 1 times anything leaves it the same. So we're going to take those out. We're going to multiply our numerators and denominators, and we get 14 yards over 3. It's important to remember that when using U.S. customary measure, the answers will be whole numbers or mixed numbers. So we're going to divide 14 by 3. 3 goes into 14 4 times. That's 12 with 2 left over, which gives us 4 2/3 yards.